Time now for Baseball on the Show. We're live at Nationals Park here in Washington, D.C. Today we've got a contest out of the National League East between the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa. And Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are two of the best in the business. Two guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game with these two elite starting pitchers.
Stay tuned for Nationals baseball next. Steven Strasburg, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're getting a look at a real competitive pitcher here. Career ERA in the low threes, and that's not an easy thing to do in the day and age of small ballparks and guys swinging for the fences. Rock solid pitcher, does a lot of things well, and it'll be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
Stepping up is Jonathan Villar, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. And the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one, and we are underway at the Beltway.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
And now this misses as well as he's behind the leadoff man this afternoon. 2-0 now. Our temperature 74 degrees as we get things started this afternoon. Three and 0 now. Brandon Nimmo is on deck. Here it comes, the 3-0.
Yeah! Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone on strikes to start the afternoon.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. Now here's the pitch.
1-1.
Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent and well-respected, accurate strike zone.
Debro, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. Will give a little bit off the strike zone. I think the one thing that's important that he does, he has the same strike zone in the first inning. You'll see that same strike zone in the ninth.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
We're just getting started here in our nation's capital. Swung on and missed, 3-2. Hit in the air to right field. Soto is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are two gone.
Batting third, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. His past numbers with Steven Strasburg, he's hitless in 3 at-bats. Now the first pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Hernandez finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. So a fairly painless top of the first. Now it'll be Washington's turn in a scoreless ball game. Jacob deGrom, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, when you look up the definition of rock solid for a starting pitcher, this is your kind of guy. Career ERA under 3, just knows how to get it done. Controls the running game, limits the amount of damage, and more importantly, he knows how to win, and that's why it's going to be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
Out in front of it, strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
Here comes the 1-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Into the box now, number 3. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Strike 2 as the fastball is let go.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
And it's fouled away. Fastball just inside.
That's a great pitch for a spot like that. It looks like a strike, then it just comes in out of the zone. If you can command that with movement, it's a very effective pitch to pitching hitters inside.
The 2-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
Batting third, the right fielder, Juan.
Here now is Juan Soto. In previous duels with deGrom, he's 3 for 15. He's taken him deep once. He's set, and the pitch. Below the zone, a swing and a miss. He'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys, because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Josh Bell stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals' first baseman. 2 out with the man at first. It's 2 balls and a strike to Josh Bell. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
The 3-1 pitch. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Next to dig in, Yadiel Hernandez. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch.
That's outside.
Ready with the 1-0.
That's out.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Too high. And it's 3-0.
2 on, 2 out with a base open here as a pitcher. You have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here and give this guy a pitch and he can hit one out of the park on.
3 balls and a strike to the Nationals left fielder.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
The 3-1 pitch. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Next to hit, Keibert Ruiz, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
And this isn't his strong side, at least not in terms when you look at the stat sheet or his consistent contact rates. I just don't think he's quite as smooth with his rhythm and swing mechanics when he's hitting left-handed.
Here's the 1-0. That's wide, 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
The set and the 2-0. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. 3 left for Washington. Still no score. New inning set to get underway. And up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. Set, here it comes. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman.
Ooh, that's a good pitch to take a hack at right there. Change up in the zone. He'd like to have that one back.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2 ball, 1 strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Again, he sends it out of play. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 3-2 one more time. They'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
At the plate now, Michael Conforto rolled slowly down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. And now a pitch on the way.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
These last two guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
And the count will be full. Fouled away. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Grounded back up the middle. On to first, and Strasburg's in control here, 2 away. And that brings up Javi Baez. His past numbers with Steven Strasburg, he's really struggled. 1 for 15. 7 strikeouts on the stat sheet as well. From the stretch, here's the pitch. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Behind 0-2 now. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Ball 2.
And 2-2.
2-2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Fouled off. He's set. Here's the 2-2.
3-2.
Jeff McNeil would be next. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Down in order go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning now. And coming forward now is the shortstop, Luis Garcia.
The shortstop, Luis Garcia.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Aye. I got the count 1-2.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, Carter Kieboom.
Now one down with the bases empty, and in steps Carter Kieboom to give it a try. First pitch coming. Here it is. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one.
I can't imagine in a hitter's meeting today that's the pitch they want to attack. Plus velocity up and in. It's going to be too tough to get the barrel to that pitch today.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Bottom of the second here with no score. And he fouls this one off. Here's the 1-2 delivery. He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
Batting ninth.
Next, it'll be Steven Strasburg. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Hey, I admit I'm a little biased. There's nothing better than that pop of a glove on a good fastball. Looking forward to hearing a lot more of that pop the rest of this one.
And he falls behind 0-2. And another foul ball. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. We'll move to the third with no score. So here's Jeff McNeil. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
From the stretch.
0-1.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. This is in the air to left field. Hernandez is there, and he makes the catch for the out. So here is James McCann. First pitch on its way. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike 2. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. And it's fouled away. Another 1-2 delivery.
2 balls, 2 strikes. We got 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The next 3-2. He loses him on ball 4.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
One out, runner at first, and that'll bring up the converted shortstop from his days at Stetson University, Jacob deGrom. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Ball that's outside.
Hey, after those two breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
One 0 count. Here it is. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
And this guy can hit a little bit too, so you just can't lay one in there 2-0.
From the belt, the pitch. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. All even now, 2-2. From the stretch. Pulled toward right center field. Thomas is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. So it's back to the top of the order now, and the switch hitter Jonathan Villar will be the next to bat. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball, that's out.
The 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. Back to the top of the order now, and here's Lane Thomas into the box.
The center fielder, Lane Thomas.
First offering. Too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
That's a tough pitch for a batter. If you're not expecting it, you'll end up with half a bat after you swing.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Here comes the 1-2. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. And now for Washington, number 3 worked a walk his first time up. Now here's the pitch. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Line to the right side. But this lands foul. It's a ball and a strike. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Hit back up the middle. He's got it. And there's out number 2. Just a really solid play up the middle as we get another look with Showtrack. Had to go over 20 feet to get to it, and then he uncorked a strong and accurate throw to beat the runner. These guys make it look easy, but that very easily could have been a base hit. Juan Soto to the plate now. Pulled toward right center field. Waiting on it is Nimmo. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. set for the start of the fourth. And ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo.
I know we're not seeing a lot of offense in this one, but there's still some game left. I'm looking to see these guys, both offenses, make some notable adjustments at the dish and try and scratch a few runs across.
Hernandez is there. One pitch, one out. So bases are empty with one gone, and with it comes Francisco Lindor to the plate. First pitch on its way.
0-1's the count.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Fastball just inside. A 3-ball, 1-strike count to the Mets shortstop.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Very weakly on the ground. Fouled off.
Hey, usually the second time through the order you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And it's belted high and deep into right center. Back goes Thomas at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. That was a really tough play, so we want to take another look at it with Show Track. He got a solid read off the bat. The route efficiency was good, and he ended up covering more than 120 feet to make that play. Really remarkable. So here's Pete Alonso as he will look at a curveball right on the black. Apparently, it's strike one. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
Strasburg comes set, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. And a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here comes the first baseman, Josh Bell.
First baseman, Josh. Yeah.
Here it comes.
Nope. Ball one.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
That's inside. 2-0.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
And he fouls this one off.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around a leadoff walk.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Ready? Now the payoff pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now. Just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far. So now to the plate, Yadier Hernandez. As
toss. He'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Nationals have yet to crack the hit column thus far. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
And up next, it'll be Keibert Ruiz, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Changeup just off the black, and it's 2-1. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
You know, when 2 outs and nobody on, that's the last thing you want to do on the mound. That really gives the opposition some hope that they can do something with this inning.
Next, it'll be Luis Garcia. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First offering on its way.
Ball back outside.
1-0 count. Here it is.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitches second time through the order, and we just saw 3 in a row.
The 1-1 home.
Nope.
No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Long run for the right fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for Washington. Through 4. Still tied. 0-0. And back in our nation's capital, before we get too much further on the field, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Despite the fact that they've yet to push a run across, the game is still tied, and the pitch count for their opposition is really getting up there. They think that making him work as hard as he has is going to pay off later in the game, and that they just need to stick to the process.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading off to the net. The right
So
fielder,
stepping
number
in is Michael Conforto. He'll start off the 5th in this one. He's set, and the pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. The 1-0 is outside for a ball.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Now here it comes. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets.
Well, that's what's difficult about pitching. You have a guy that's up there swinging. Pitched before this, takes a big swing and almost falls down, and then he shortens it up and hits a base hit right on the next pitch.
Yeah, Dan, that's what we call the old bait and switch right there. He tried to go deep, count leverage, get to 2 strikes, shorten up and do your job.
Here's Javier Baez as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
Hit out towards second. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. Fly ball right down the line in left. Hernandez has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Next up is James McCann. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance. From the stretch.
Nope, outside.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
Tried to get the arms extended, but he couldn't. 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus and making some good pitches.
Conforto at second. Baez at first. 1 gone. Two and 2 to the Mets catcher.
2-2.
Grounder down the line at third. So this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2 and 2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
Stepping in now, Jacob deGrom. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Comes set, the 0-1.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
0-2, here it is. Now a swing and a miss, and that pitch wound up hitting him. But it won't matter as the side is retired. Clearly fired up to work out of that jam. More coming up from Nationals Park in just a moment. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Thank you, Heidi. Now it'll be Carter Kieboom as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
Carter Kieboom.
First pitch of the AB now. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Ball and a strike.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1.
The count is 2-1.
2-2. And then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Down the third baseline. Reined in. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. One away. One gone for the Nationals in the 5th, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Steven Strasburg. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And that's taken for strike 1.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
1-2 to the Nationals pitcher.
1-2.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to hit, right? That good straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
Lane Thomas now. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Digging in will be Jonathan Villar. He'll start things out against Steven Strasburg as we get the inning underway. First pitch on its way as he'll take a breaking ball in off the plate for ball 1.
Hey, this one's tied late in the game. As a pitcher right now, you just can't lay a cookie in there. 1-0.
One and one to the Mets leadoff hitter.
1-1.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Here it comes. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. The 2-2.
We got a full count. 3-2.
What a great battle to start this inning. What a great job by the leadoff hitter. He knows that this pitcher's starting to get up there in pitches. The manager's starting to get restless. Let's see if we can knock him out and get into that bullpen.
In the air out to straightaway left. Hernandez is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first out. So now to the plate, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. First offering.
Ball one.
The 1-0 delivery.
Ball two. Two balls.
One out, nobody on. Outside, 3-0 now. Francisco Lindor will be next. Here it comes, the 3-0.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
Payoff pitch home. Lifted down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco.
Strasburg with a check at first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. And a check swing here, appeal down to third, but Matthew Ross says he held up ball one. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Nimmo, base runner at first with 1 out. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Fastball high, and it's quickly 2-0.
Couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat trying to get ahead and put himself at a good hitter's count.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
Strasburg comes set. Here's the 3-0. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Up next, Michael Conforto. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Set. Here it comes. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. 2 down, runners at first and second. That's wide, 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Hit out towards second. And the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. 2 left for the Mets, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Now to the plate, here is number 3. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The second baseman, number 3.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this is low, ball 1. Bottom part of the zone, and the slider is in there for a called strike. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball, 2-1. And, ooh, that strike zone's getting a little inconsistent now. It's 2-2. Now here it comes. High in the air down the right field line. Conforto is over a few steps toward the line, and he has it for the first out. Now at the plate, here is Juan Soto. He flew out in his last debut.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB. Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take. And he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Josh Bell is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. I just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now.
Wow, this guy has been on top of it today, pushing the throttle and pulling it when he needs to.
Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
To the plate now, Yadiel Hernandez, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. And there's ball 1.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Bell leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Popped him up. And VR will look this one in to retire the side. Nationals leave 1. We are still scoreless. And now, Javier Baez. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
The 2-0. 3-0 now.
A little bit of a red flag here for me. 3 straight balls to start the 7th. Maybe tiring a bit.
That one's in there. 3-1. And it's fouled away. Little tapper down the first baseline. Another full count pitch home. High in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil flew out last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball that's outside.
And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2. And he holds off there as the count goes even to the Mets left fielder. It's 2-2.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
Outside in a full count, 3-2.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Stepping in once again is James McCann. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
It's really hard to work deep in the games when you're having an outing like this guy is. You're going to strike out a lot of guys. Well, guess what? Your pitch count's going to go up too.
That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop. 2 out, nobody on. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Ball even at 2-2.
Boy, he's been great in this one. He's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
The 2-2. Hit down the line at first. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. Still no score. Last half of the 7th here, and Keber Ruiz will dig into the plate.
The catcher, Keber Ruiz.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
We're moving right along into this one. This guy's continuing to pitch well, which is a little bit of a surprise because his first pitch strike ratio is still under 60%.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Still 2-2. Strikes him out here, so that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column. At the plate now is Luis Garcia. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Now here's the pitch. And he'll lay off here. It's a ball and a strike to the Washington shortstop. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. The 1-2. High in the air into shallow left center. Lindor onto the grass. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Carter Kieboom digs in now. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you.
Oh, and he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Nationals gone in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Ryan Harper will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Ryan Zimmerman will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
The pitcher, Jacob.
First pitch of the AB on its way.
You know, a lot of guys don't like to swing at the first pitch. That might be the case with this one right here. Took a wheelhouse fastball, 0-0 center cut. Didn't even give the impression.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Into center field, line drive base hit.
Hey, you talk about having a game right here. This guy's working on a no-no, and he mixed in a knock. How would you like to be on the mound knowing you got more hits than the opposition? You haven't given up anything yet.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. At the plate, Jonathan Villar. And this one's in the dirt. And no advance. It's ball 1. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. 2-0 count. The pitch is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Hey, it's tough when your team is being held scoreless on the scoreboard. He was trying to put him on the board with a swing like that one.
That's bounced foul. It's 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time, you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss, and another strikeout.
So here's Brandon Nimmo. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here it comes, 1-0.
What a well-executed fastball right there. Down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Pitch out. Nothing doing. Now the 2-1 pitch. He pulls this one into right, and that'll get down for a base hit. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only 1 away.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike 1.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball, 1-1. Fastball runs in tight here, and it's 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
And the 2-1. Fouled away. Pilar over at second. Nimmo is over at first with 1 away. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Into the box, Pete Alonso, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. No hits to this point. One and 0. Here it is.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. But this will land untouched. Into the corner and slicing foul. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches and...
Oh, and now meanwhile, this ball is cranked out to straightaway center field, and this one is going to leave the yard. It's a home run.
Your attention, please. Number 11.
So a 3-run blast to left center as they jump ahead by 3.
What a great piece of clutch hitting right there to give his boys the lead. Going to put a lot of pressure on the opposition after score with only 6 outs to go.
Paulo Espino enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8.
Paulo Espino. Right fielder, number 30, Michael.
At the plate now, Michael Conforto, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The 1-0. A bouncer up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
Up next for the Mets, the second baseman.
Into the box now, Javier Baez, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 3 runs already home here. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Here comes the 1-2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
The 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. Hit on the ground out to short. Fielded cleanly. Had a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. But the Mets strike for 3, all coming courtesy of this 3-run home run. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's 3-0 New York. Trevor May is on the pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 65, Trevor May.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago.
Zimmerman.
From the stretch, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Trying to shave that outside corner with the fastball, and he missed it. It's 3-1 now.
If you're at the plate in this situation, you're only thinking one thing, and that is get on base. You got 3 balls. It has to be perfect over those 17 inches for you to pull a trigger. A walk is as good as a knock right here.
Line, but speared on a hop. And that's the first down. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. It was a really nice day on the mound for him.
Boy, Matty D, this is the case of what could have been. 0 hits allowed, not a complete game. It would have been nice to see what this guy would have been able to do if he was left in here all the way to the end.
Standing in now, Lane Thomas. As with 1 away, he won't catch up with the fastball, and it's 0-1.
Got to find a way to scratch at least 1 across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
To 1-2 now. Trying to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
And he chased it in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the second out. Into the box, number 3. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, 1-1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail it here 3-0. So now here is Jeff McNeil, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Number 6.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Now here's the ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Now into the box, James McCann. He bounced out last time up. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Ball one.
Now the 1-0.
That's ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Aye.
Yeah, this is one of my biggest pet peeves in the game, when guys get count leverage and take fastballs. It's a game of fastballs. You calibrate everything off the heater. Surprising take right there.
Oh, that's out.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. Hit out towards second. A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there, as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single. J.D. Davis will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 28, J.D. Davis.
First offering, as he'll take a look at ball one. McCann leads off first with one away. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
2-0.
Those were great takes right there. Those were pitches that a lot of guys normally swing at, but he took both of them and finds himself in a productive count leverage. 2-0.
2-1 now. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Yep, that ball went out.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that run on first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
The 3-2 pitch. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. Soto is there. 2 down.
Now back, third baseman, Jonathan Villar.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jonathan Villar. Looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away.
That's
1-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
From the stretch. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Ruiz finds it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Mets strand 1, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Edwin Diaz is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
Number 39, Edwin Diaz.
All set for the bottom of the ninth. And that'll bring up the dynamic bat of Juan Soto.
Hey, not impossible, but highly improbable. Even when you're at home to score 3 runs off a closer like this guy, they've got the work cut out for him.
The 1-0. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And that one's wide to the mark. Ball 3.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
3-1.
Someone on this offense needs to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and start the line moving again.
The 3-1 pitch. Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul. Grounded to the right. There's Baez. And there's one gone to start the bottom of the ninth. Striding in now for the Nats, Josh Bell. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. He's set and the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
Now the 1-2 pitch. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpenners look sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
To the plate now, Yadier Hernandez. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. Head-to-head against Edwin Diaz. Small sample, a perfect 1-for-1. The 1-0.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the ninth is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
Back up the middle. Oh, and the no-hitter is erased here in the ninth. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, D-Row. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Now this is a perfect example of why this manager feels so confident going to this beast in the ninth right here. He is throwing absolute thunder right here, pumped up and looks the part.
2 out with the man at first. Last strike now for the Nats. And strike 3 called on a pitch that looked out of the zone. And that's the kind of ball game it's been for these guys, as this one is officially put into the books. 3-0 the final score in this one today. The Mets crossed the plate 3 times in the 8th, helping propel them to the win. Jacob deGrom takes home the win. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious New York Mets, 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Nationals, no runs, just 1 hit, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 38 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.